I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, and welcome back to the Peddling Fiction Podcast. I'm your host, the voice and soul of so-called fiction, Johnny Profita, struggling through some obnoxious banda music. These fuckers are right outside, right in front of the complex on the beach here, driving me fucking crazy. Right on cue, they just started.
You live in Mexico on the beach. Is it surprising that you got a mariachi band literally right outside your door?
It's not, dude. If it was mariachi, it would be one thing. It's just some fucking retard with like a tuba. It's not even a tuba. It's like a Mexican knockoff of a tuba. He can't play it, dude. It would be like if you just picked up a tuba and started making noises with it. And then like a couple of other idiots with them. I can't believe people enjoy listening to that, but nobody's actually hired them. They walk up and down the beach and they make obnoxious noises until they get some drunk retard to pay them for 15 minutes to play. And sometimes 15 minutes could turn into 4 hours. That has happened. It just depends. But yeah, that's the only downside to living on the beach here in Mexico. It is a tough life.
You gotta admire the hustle.
Anyway, I'm your host.
Admire the hustle.
Fiction, Johnny Profita, and back with me, of course, is the one and only Hillbilly Boy Campbell, and Hillbilly Boy Campbell, that is. In Hillbilly Land, there's nothing out there. There's no noises. You're just sitting in a dark garage.
You know, you say that, but when I was a kid growing up, there was a boy that lived about 2.5 miles away as the crow flies. And in the summer, when it was like in the evenings, when it was calm and still, we could walk outside and you could hear him sitting on his front porch playing his guitar. Like it would go across all of the fields and everything and the bottoms, and you could hear him sitting on his porch playing guitar at night. So you say we don't have anything, but we get serenaded by somebody 2.5 miles away, which I read an article for my show yesterday about a guy that moved from Florida to New York, and he's talking about like as soon as they got there were bums fighting in the street right outside the apartment. And it's like, you know, I don't want anything to do with that. And reading stories like that, and the moral of the story was the dude, he's a liberal. And the moral of the story was he doesn't want anything to do with it either. After having lived in New York for like 7-8 months, he's like, I don't like it here. I don't want to be here. I want to go back to Florida. I'd rather be in a red state with a bunch of conservatives that don't care about me than be in a blue state with all of this bullshit. It's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of bum fighting going on in those inner cities. All kinds of fighting. Jesus. I think we have some shithole Chicago stuff to get into later today. But what should we start with on this lovely Friday afternoon?
I mean, since we're talking about New York, we could start with Mamdani. Mamdani.
Yeah. So, a couple of things that struck me as soon as he was declared the winner. The first video I saw him put out was that short one that I sent you, where he's already asking for money again.
Oh, and one more thing. Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money? You can start again. This transition requires staff, research, and an infrastructure that can meet this moment. And it will be made possible by the people who built and believe in this movement.
Yeah. You better get used to that, New York. Get used to that.
Well,
remember I told you I didn't need any more money? Well, 2 days later, now I need some more money.
He needs more money so he can pay. So he can pay all of his staff, because right now, since he doesn't have any money, he's having to hire an entirely female staff, since they make less than
77 cents on the dollar. It's all female transition team.
That's what this is he's out of money. That's why he's going with an all female transition team. That way he can pay them less. And
see, here I was thinking that this was just virtue signaling, because it would be, if the situation was reversed, there's no chance in hell any politician could get away with an all male transition team.
Right?
Immediately people would be like, what the fuck is going on? You need a woman on there. You need some gays and some trans and some blacks and some Mexicans. But apparently if you just want all women, that's perfectly fine. That's all the diversity we need. Yeah.
Yes, apparently so.
And by the way, just all women trying to do something is just going to be a disaster.
He says, these figures were chosen on the basis of excellence, integrity, and a hunger to solve old problems with new solutions. Well, I mean, if you want somebody who's going to dig up old problems, getting an entire team of women is probably the way to go.
That's a good point. They never forget a goddamn thing, do they? Or at least when it comes to that. At least when it comes to old issues. I just thought this was hilarious that he can, without batting an eye, he can have an all-female transition team and everything's cool with that. God forbid you should have an all-male transition team.
I just assumed, since he's Muslim, that this was him starting his harem. I wasn't.
Could be. Yeah.
Although
and just like all the other beta male pussies out there that pretend to be like bleeding heart liberals so they can try to get laid.
It does have a relatively impressive lineup, I guess, by the standards that an all-female staff is, or an all-female transition team would. We have it
here. Yeah, let's run through it real quick.
Former Federal Trade Commission Chair Lena Khan, former First Deputy Mayor Maria Torres Springer, United Way of New York City head Grace Bonilla, former Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services Melanie Hartzog, and political consultant Alana Leopold. So, people who have some titles to their names, if nothing else. The only one I think I've ever heard the name is Lena Khan. The rest of them are
Lena Khan sounds vaguely familiar. Never heard of the rest of these broads. Former everything. Yeah. Were those all government positions too?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Grace Bonilla is the head of United Way in New York City.
Okay,
which is interesting.
All right. Well, I don't see how this could possibly fail. You've got a communist from Ghana and a bunch of women. This is talk about a dream team. Talk about a fucking dream team. Good thing New York is pretty resilient. I mean, they've had their fair share of shitty fucking mayors. I had de Blasio for like 8 years.
Did you see the Did you see the meme I posted on the meme stream? It was like Rudy Giuliani allowed Dick Cheney for 8 years.
Oh yeah. Did see that one.
And then Bill de Blasio allowed Dick Cheney for 8 years. Eric Adams allowed Dick Cheney for 4 years. Mamdani, Dick Cheney's dead in 1 day.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, hard to argue.
Argue speaking with those results.
Oh, But speaking of all of these former mayors and like especially going back to like Giuliani, you know, they have, and Eric Adams was a former police officer. Like they have tried for the last 20, 30 years to like tried to do something about the crime problem that New York has. They haven't succeeded very much because New York keeps importing more crime problem. But I guess the real solution is not to try to fix the problem. It's just to embrace the problem.
Oftentimes, we've even found as legislators, when we go into these courts, the term violent crime is even used when people are stealing packages. Violent crime is even used when people are accused of burglary and there happens to be a housing unit in that same dwelling. So violence is an artificial construction. And we have to be very clear that what is happening here with these district attorneys, that is violence. That is violence of the highest degree.
So he's wanting to start turning prisoners loose. I'm sure that will make New York a much safer place.
Yeah, and that's that mentality is just, it's infuriating. It's like all they were doing is stealing packages and burglaring houses. And okay, yeah, and the DA that fucking prosecutes them and calls it a violent crime, that's who we should be upset with. We need to cut these guys slack. I mean, they were probably just stealing packages because they were hungry. All right, just trying to put food on the table, stealing your Amazon packages and burglaring your houses. I fucking hate that mentality. And I'm so sick of just this soft on like minor crime approach. Look where it's gotten us just in the last like 4 or 5 years. It's ridiculous. Why is everything's got to be locked up at these stores now? And how many times do you think they've done it too? Oh, well, he's just stealing packages. He's only been arrested for it 15 fucking times. Oh, good. Okay. Then he's done. He's done after 3. The 3 strikes and you're out. What a retarded mentality. And that's just, it's not going to fix anything. It's going to be, where's the incentive now? So the incentive is to go after DA for over prosecuting, which has not been happening. I don't know where he's getting that from. If anything, they've been soft on crime since 2020 at a minimum. And it's destroying these major cities. So I just don't understand what fucking planet they're living on. But of course, he gets to walk around with his security detail. So does he care?
Well, speaking of just trying to put food on the table, we get to check in on some of the EBT recipients and how life is treating them post SNAP being shut down, turned off, not getting their money.
This sandwich is going to be mine. Just want to know why? I didn't pay for it. Listen, I'm going to call corporate. No. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call corporate. Take the sandwich. Yeah, okay? We will. No. I'm going to call corporate. I'm going to call corporate. Go for it. We don't accept DBT. Wait, you know what? Go for it. We don't accept DBT. All subways do normally. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I talked to her and I told her that I had an EBT card on me. I was holding it.
Why don't you have cash?
Because I don't have the cash on me right now.
Okay, why don't you have cash?
Okay, and maybe
get your money up, not your funny up. Get your money up, not your funny up, bro.
Excuse me?
Get your money up.
Get your money up.
Dude, why are you using EBT?
First of all, you're going to get fired, dog. Okay.
Go for it.
I'm going to call. What's your name?
Bob the Builder, dog. Get the fuck out.
Bob the Builder? Okay, I got you, Bob the Builder. I'm going to wait by this car. I'm about corporate right now. Get the fuck out, dude. Shut the fuck up. Bitch, shut the fuck out. You're a little bitch. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out.
Hey, man.
Get out. Stop harassing these people. Get out. You better not.
Oh my God, John. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bitch, what's going on?
So, for the listening audience, this is a 100% able-bodied man in a Subway trying to pay for his Subway sandwich with an EBT card. Subway tells him we don't accept EBT, which I'm guessing they probably don't. I don't think they were just making that up. So there's probably just no way for them to even ring that up. and he just goes berserk. And at the end, he ends up punching one of the employees who told him to get the fuck out, even though he was already like outside. I don't know why he was flexing at that point, but like, yeah, go ahead, dude. Like, just he's too fucking lazy to even call corporate. He threatened to do that like 50 times. He's like, take your sandwich back. I don't even want it. I'm going to call corporate, get you fired. And then he immediately grabs the sandwich again. And he's like, I'm going to call corporate. I'm going to get you fired. Good luck. Yeah. Watch him not follow through on that.
These are franchises anyway. It's like call corporate. They're going to tell you you have to deal with the individual franchise. We don't really mess with that shit.
What? It's just such a stupid, retarded, hollow threat. But even if it was possible for him to call corporate and somehow get somebody fired, he would never follow through. This is a lazy piece of shit who could easily be working. He's got plenty of energy to fight with Subway employees and throw punches. Middle of the day, he could be working. He's choosing not to because he gets his EBT card. And I don't know why he didn't have the cash. I guess he couldn't sell his EBT that month. Get the cash for it. But he's not going to follow through on if it takes any effort. A phone call, he doesn't have the fucking gumption to do that. Doesn't have the gumption to do that. But the level of entitlement, and there's more. There's do you have the one with the lady going through her box of stuff complaining?
Yeah, that one is fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
I didn't get my food stamps this month, and instead, this is what I'm supposed to survive off, feed my family. A bag of apples, a bag of oranges, tomato soup, oats, elbow macaroni, milk, peas, black beans, diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, peaches, more pinto beans, peanut butter, green beans, tuna, and this. So I'm supposed to feed my family for the entire month with what you see in this box. It's an absolute disgrace and a joke.
Yeah. There is a disgrace in this video, but it's not the box of food that people voluntarily gave you. Dude, and then if you scroll through the comments, people fucking looked up her Instagram handle or whatever and fucking went through. She's going to fucking concerts and everything. Just partying all the fucking time, getting her hair done. Scroll through some of the... Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, her entire social media feed is filled in, or her social media feed is filled entirely with concerts, nightlife, and extravagance. It's like, when this is what you're posting, nobody's gonna feel sorry for you for like.
And just, like, how fucking ungrateful are you? Okay, there was like what 10 cans of food in there, a box of biscuit mix, thing of pasta, some fruit. I mean, yeah, it would like. Okay, a mom with 3 kids, I think it says she has. Like, yeah, that's probably not going to feed you for the whole month.
Getting her hair did. Getting her hair did so she can go to see Shinedown in concert.
There you go. This is what's driving fucking everybody crazy. And anybody that tries to defend this type of person, it's infuriating, dude. Look at how ungrateful. She should be thankful that she got something in that box.
And where's she getting the money to go to all these concerts and stuff? Like, obviously you are doing something to get all of this money, so you can't buy fucking groceries? Really?
Yeah. No, she could. She's choosing to spend it on other shit. You don't need to get your hair done. I'm sorry. You really don't. Especially if you can't put food on the table for your kids. You can let the hair go. And, you know, if that's, I mean, imagine what else she's doing with any of the money she has, if that's what she's posting. Nails are getting done too. It's ridiculous, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you probably could survive a month just on that box alone, but it's a supplemental thing. I mean, a jar of peanut butter. Okay, then you go buy a fucking thing of bread. How many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches can you get out of that? Or peanut butter sandwiches can you get out of that? It's probably lunch for one person for a month. Like I guess, okay, it's not enough to feed your family. Oh, you better get to work. Cut out a couple concerts and go get your ass a fucking job.
Well, that's like this. You sent this article about the food banks being overwhelmed. Like, and we talked about this the other day. There are people that are waiting outside of these food banks for 8, 10, 12 hours. Like, if you've got time to like stand in line and wait,
that's a full day work. That's a full day of fucking work.
Then you've got time to go to fucking work. Get a job.
World needs plenty of bartenders. Go be a fucking bar back. Go do anything. There's a million things you can. It's so easy this day and age to find a little gig, like the gig economy, a little something.
If you can sit in a car outside of the food bank and wait for 10 hours, you can sit at a desk and type at a computer and answer phones for 8 hours. Like,
yep. You could do a call center. Dude, you could go on Fiverr and offer up your services for all kinds of crazy shit. You can drive for Uber. You could DoorDash. You could do anything. There's just a million things you can fucking do. They're just lazy. They're just fucking lazy, entitled pieces of shit. And they're overwhelming the food banks for people that actually need it.
Well, that's the thing. It's for people the people that actually need it are the ones that are suffering because of this, because of people who are fucking useless and who are in the same position as that chick that goes to all the concerts and gets her hair done, and now she's mad because she got a box of free food to help take care of her family. Like, you are perfectly capable of providing for yourself. And the reason that you have continued to not do so is because you have been spoiled by these entitlement programs that have allowed you to go to concerts and get your hair done and do all of this other crazy shit while not having to be responsible for your family.
Right. 100%. And by the way, just imagine how much fucking time they're spending on Instagram. Have you ever seen these broads are crazy, dude. They'll spend 3 hours taking pictures of themselves to post one fucking thing on Instagram. I've seen them do it. So they got time to fucking post shit on Instagram and go to these concerts and get your hair and do this and do that. None of it's work. None of it's productive behavior, but somehow they find the time to do that. It's unbelievable. And by the way, so she's clear. So she's on Instagram. She probably got a $1,500 iPhone. It's ridiculous, dude. I'm just so sick of these fucking people, man. I'm so sick of these programs. I saw that fucking midget retard fake economist guy. What's his name?
Robert.
Right. Yeah. He was posting about how Snap's been, it's been around for 60 years and they've never missed a payment, even with government. Okay. So 65 years ago, how many people were just starving to death in the streets in the U.S.? Was the number 0? I think it was 0. Find me one person who starved to death in the U.S. who was not like a schizophrenic homeless person or something. 65 years ago. Somehow people were feeding themselves over 60 years ago in the US without SNAP. And now 42 million people are dependent on it. Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a break. That just shows you that the program's an abject failure. It's trapping people in poverty. It's trapping them in dependency, not independent. Sorry. It's the other thing it does, it just, when people get stuck in that state too, they never accomplish anything. you rob them of that, of those like character building experiences and like getting a sense of accomplishment and pride from actually doing something with your life instead of just sitting in line waiting for somebody to feed you. That's also a cruel thing to do to people. And Justin's eating on the show too, to just to rub it in to all these people that don't have food.
Yeah, fuck y'all. I got a wife that works. Sorry, I'm literally starving to death. I eat at every opportunity I can.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is just so, I'm so done with trying to coddle these people. They started doing that when I was a kid, and the writing, it's just been getting exponentially worse. The writing was on the wall. I still remember my fucking, when I was in like grade school and we used to do like the Olympics or whatever. And all of a sudden they started giving out like a million different ribbons for every, it was like first, second, third. That was it. And then all of a sudden you have like 35 different color ribbons. They were starting to get into like pastel colors because they ran out of primary colors. For like 22nd place, you get like a pastel pink ribbon. And that was in like the fucking early 90s. And now look where we are today.
Well, that was like talking about that in the participation trophy era. Like, I remember as a kid in like the little basketball leagues and stuff that we did in elementary school, like everybody got a trophy for, oh, you were in the league, everybody got a trophy. But there was also a like championship, and the team that won the championship got a legit trophy. Like all the players on that team got like, we're the champions trophy. So it's like, yeah, like everybody goes in the season knowing like, all right, I'm gonna get the little piddly like, hey, you were in the league trophy, and nobody gives a fuck about that. Like, you're trying to fucking win. Like I feel like that was kind of the beginning of the participation trophy era, but the participation trophy didn't mean shit. Like, you wanted to win the league championship. That was what was important.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people, I mean, they always, when you get like 15th place or something, that really doesn't matter. What is that? Thrilled about Euphoria season 3. I don't know what that is.
You've never watched Euphoria? That's where Sydney Sweeney's tits became really famous.
Oh, no, but she does have a spectacular rack. So
speaking of, did you see the interview she did with the there's no way you didn't see at least the memes that are going around of her with the just glaring, unamused stare at this ignorant GQ reporter that was doing the interview.
I don't know. I might have missed that, but yeah, Libertario, the canned beans. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Because like a sack of beans, it's not like they go bad if they're like. How long does a dried bean last? I've never had them go bad before, and it costs like $1 for like a pound of fucking beans. But yeah, here's the thing. You can't just open up a can and dump it into a bowl and put it in the microwave. You have to soak them overnight, or you can do the quick boil method. I think you boil them for like an hour and then you turn off the heat and leave the lid on for like another hour or something. And that softens them up a little bit, but that takes forethought, gumption, a little bit of effort. And anybody that is capable of doing that is probably not going to be on these programs for any meaningful period of time. These are lazy, inept people who, minimal effort. It's like a can of peaches, right, dude? Just give them a fuck. Like, it is infuriating. Yeah, I've never had a problem with beans going bad, and yeah, you could feed a fucking small army with a sack of beans, a sack of rice, and some fucking tortillas or something.
You can get a 50-pound bag of rice from Walmart or Sam's Club for like $20. depending on where you are, between $18 and $24. It's like 50 pounds of rice. You can eat forever on that and be fine. I mean,
yep. Rice and beans.
Right. These people don't know like hunger.
No, because you see those other videos of like when they do get their EBT cards and what they're buying. It's all just a bunch of fucking chips and snacks and shit.
It's a bunch of junk shit that's not going to last them a week anyway. Like they're not putting groceries on their table for the month with what they're spending on their EBT on. They're buying a bunch of junk shit that's going to last them a week. And like he says, if you store all this stuff properly, it'll last for months. Me and my buddy Tag, we did an episode about this on my show a little over a year ago, where we went through like how to properly can and store long-term foodstuffs so that you don't have to worry about bugs or mold or anything like that. Like we did a whole episode where we broke down how you go about taking care of all this stuff so that you can build up a storehouse of food that'll last you for a year or more.
Yeah. And dude, they're so like, how am I supposed to feed my kids on this? It's like, you're not even that's not food. That's poison. You're poisoning your kids. You're like actively killing them. And you're wasting a ton of money in the process. It's infuriating, man. It's infuriating just how inept and ungrateful they are for whatever they get. Like, yeah, I don't know. I know we keep harping on it, but we're 1 week into them not getting their EBT cards. I'm pretty soon. I guess they're just gonna start dropping dead. Just gonna start dropping dead any day now. You can only last about 3 weeks without food. I guess by Thanksgiving, 42 million people will be dead.
And I just saw a post that that said the Republicans have rejected the Democrats' latest offer, which, as well, they should. Like, the Republicans shouldn't accept anything from the Democrats at this point. The Democrats have had the opportunity to continue with the exact same program they've been running for the last 4 years and chose not to because they wanted more. And when you look at, they're like, oh, we don't want to fund Medicare for illegals, except that you literally built it into the proposal that you made. Like, they keep saying all these things that they're not wanting to do, that people are like, the whole thing about the Democrat plan is you want free healthcare for illegal aliens. And they're like, oh, no, we don't, except that you literally built that into your fucking proposal. Like, yes, you do.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I bet you 80 to 90% of them haven't even read the fucking thing. How many thousands of pages long is it?
I would guarantee it. But at least we don't have to worry about one of them who doesn't read anything for much longer anyway. Nancy Pelosi is going to be retiring from Congress. And at that point, you had better switch over to the inverse Kramer because the Pelosi tracker is not going to be useful anymore.
Yeah, that was literally my first thought. It's like, oh, no, we're not going to be able to copy her trades anymore. 85 years old, man. 85 years old. She's finally ready to pack it in.
Do you see there was a post going around? It was like, Nancy Pelosi is so old. There's a picture of her getting ogled by JFK. And there's like a picture of her when she was young standing next to JFK. And like, he's very obviously checking out her tits.
Yeah, she's got some huge kids, dude. Sydney Sweeney, fuck that. We got Nancy Pelosi. Oh, man. These politicians, they're so fucking old, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, so that makes two that'll be leaving office, I guess, in 26, because Pelosi's not seeking re-election and Mitch McConnell isn't either. So
he's falling all over the place. Like, dude, these people were like politicians during Vietnam. It's like, how and how much worse has everything gotten since then? And yet they're still there, pulling in fucking hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And people wonder, like, I don't even know. Like, I saw somebody on Twitter today. because somebody talked about how like, oh, if you really want the U.S. economy to take off, you should give like you should reduce taxes on rich people. He's like, oh yeah, they've been talking about this trickle down stuff for 45 years and it's never trickled down. It's like, it's trickled down right into the pockets of Nancy Pelosi and all those motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Like, look at the size, look at what's happened to government over the last 50 years. That's where it trickled to. They siphoned it all. And then they fill their pockets. They send it to fucking Israel. They send it to all these other countries. That's where the disconnect is. You think it's just billionaires like hoarding money or something because you're a product of government schools, when in reality it's pretty obvious if you just look what's happened in DC over the last 50 years. That's where it all went. It was going to trickle down. I don't really like that trickle down economics thing, but to use their term, it would have, but the government stepped in and took it all. That's who you should be blaming.
No, Johnny, it's the fault of the millionaires. No, it's the fault of the billionaires. Oh, wait, it's the fault of the soon-to-be trillionaire. Tesla shareholders approve a $1 trillion pay package for Elon Musk. Now, this headline alone has got all of the, Democratic socialist panties in a bunch. Except that there's a very important caveat into that. They didn't just vote to hand Elon Musk $1 trillion. The full compensation would only be delivered if Musk vaults the company from its present value of $1.1 trillion to $8.5 trillion, a figure that exceeds the current combined market values of Meta, Microsoft, and Google parent Alphabet, the filing says. So they voted to give him this big pay package, but it's incentive-based. And the incentive is basically outperform everybody else combined.
Yeah, it's the metrics to hit. Like if he hits these numbers, it's insane. If you scroll down, it lists what he's got to do on some of them. But yeah, of course, they just read the headline like, oh my God, he's a trillionaire. Trillionaires shouldn't exist. It's like, first of all, it's all in stock options. But what he has to do in order to hit some of these metrics is crazy. And yeah, going from, what was it, 1.5 trillion to 8.5, 1.6 to 8.5. It's like a 400% increase in shareholder value. It's like, okay, if he can do that, he should get $1 trillion worth of fucking stock. Yeah, where it says, okay, 20 million vehicles. Yeah, can you read that?
Yeah, the package is structured in 12 tranches, each worth 35.3 million shares tied to both market capitalization milestones and operational objectives. The first market cap target is $2 trillion, and the final milestone is $8.5 trillion. Operational targets include delivering 20 million vehicles over 10 years, more than double Tesla's production over the past dozen, securing 10 million full self-driving subscriptions, producing 1 million humanoid robots through Tesla's Optimus division, operating 1 million robo-taxis in commercial services, meeting earnings milestones in 8 consecutive quarters, each measured over 4 quarters.
Yeah. And
like it says, while these goals are technically achievable, Tesla has struggled to meet some recent operational benchmarks. So like if he could deliver all of this stuff and Tesla's market value goes to $8.5 trillion, then yeah, he absolutely deserves $1 trillion. Like,
yeah, it just, dude, it just boggles my mind. I mean, look at the incentives in the free market versus government. Government's never had an objective that they need to hit in order to get anything else. And he's got insane numbers to hit. And by the way, by hitting those numbers, he's making your life exponentially better. Exponentially better.
Like, oh, billionaires and trillionaires shouldn't exist, except that they all have like stuff for the most part. They all have stuff that they have to do. Like, okay, think of the big 3 examples, the billionaires that shouldn't exist: Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. All right, so all of these that they shouldn't exist. Without them, you don't have Amazon. Without them, you don't have Tesla and all of the AI stuff that they've been doing. Without them, you don't have Facebook and all of the AI and stuff that they've been doing. So like, if you take away the incentive of, if you do this, you can be ungodly rich. Like, most people aren't just trying to do shit to do it. I mean, some people are, but like, there has to be some sort of an incentive. And maybe the incentive doesn't have to be become a billionaire, but also the market is delivering what their value is. They're not valued at that, because, and most of that is, like you said, with the Tesla deal, the trillion pay package for Tesla, it's all stock. Like, so their value is their total worth is based on their performance. If their stock does well, then they're worth more. Then they have, like, it's net worth. It's not like cash in hand.
Right. And the only way that they can increase the stock value is by providing things for other people. Dude, Americans are so fucking spoiled, dude. Come down here to Mexico, where technically you can use Amazon. It's getting more, like, it's not as good, and it's gotten really fucking ridiculous with the tariffs now. Like, you can't really get any imports unless you get like some fucking Mexican tax ID number. But dude, you have no idea how convenient and great Amazon is until you need something down here, and it's like impossible to fucking find it, or it costs 10 times the price, dude. Every time I need something, recently, like for my fucking jet ski, just like the fucking cleaning solution for the engine, it's $25 next day, maybe same day delivery on Amazon, or I can wait. I've been waiting. Maybe it came yesterday. I've been waiting 3 fucking weeks for something that cost $100. Same exact thing. 3 weeks and fucking 4 times the price. So, like, dude, people they take all of this shit for granted. Amazon is fucking amazing, dude. In the US, you get to click on something, and sometimes it's there the same goddamn day. And then people are just like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be. Yes, he fucking does, dude. He's made instantly 340 million people's lives so much easier. All you got to do is click a fucking button and it shows up at your door in a day. Like, get fucked, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome. I now spend like hours looking for bungee cords, dude. Like something stupid. Luckily, I have a lot of free time, but it's like, oh yeah, we don't have that here. Or you got to go to like 4 different stores to try to fucking find it. It's infuriating, dude. It's been driving me nuts the last couple of months. Absolutely fucking nuts. And I have to get Mexicans to use their fucking thing to order it for me because of the whole fucking tariff situation. I think is what's really, because they're all imports. Nothing's made here. Same thing with the US, they're all imports, but now there's like, they'll just hold it up at customs if you don't have the right fucking ID number. I forget what they call it. There's like 2 different ones here. It doesn't matter, but yeah, dude, these they're billionaires for a reason, because they've provided a ton of value to society. And all of that money, like you said, it's not sitting in their bank. They're not hoarding it. They're not swimming around in a sea of gold bars like Scrooge McDuck. It's all being used in the economy to create jobs. Oh, God damn it, dude. The level of just ignorance, I guess, when it comes to like economic, like these socialists, dude, they're just completely out of control. I guess we have just completely failed as free market advocates, because Mamdani is a great example. Like, young people overwhelmingly voted for that. They have no idea how good they have it. And they're ushering in just the most retarded economic ideology the world has ever known. It's coming. And they're welcoming it with open hands, thinking it's going to make their lives better. They're in for a rude fucking awakening, man. Rude awakening. You should really want billionaires to exist, because the way they become billionaires is by providing so much value to society. Aside from any sort of government manipulation, that stuff aside, in a truly free market environment, you don't get to become a billionaire without providing more than that value to society in a variety of different ways.
But you can become a millionaire by providing very little value. You just have to fuck the right people. Although sometimes age catches up to you eventually, and it can be terrifying. Let's check in on Stormy Daniels and see how she's doing.
All that defines me. And the best part about when the people come in, the hecklers or the trolls, is they sit there and they don't get any of that until the end. My favorite part of the show is, of course, I do my set and I talk about everything from my time in my other industry to being a mom, to horses, to, yes, political stuff. But the best part is when people come in tonight, they will get a note card and a pen, and they get to write questions, and it's anonymous but live Q&A. So for those who follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, they know that don't ask something you don't want to know the answer to. I'll put it that way, because I all the
only question anybody has is, what the fuck happened to you? That is Stormy Daniels, Magoo. That is. Do we have a before and after? Like, dude, I don't know what this is. Like, I can't think of a man that I've seen just the wheels completely come off a person that quickly. Like, a couple of women come to mind. Yeah, dude. Jesus. Yeah. I mean, imagine if, I would be paying this chick hush money too if she claimed that I fucked her. That's how, like, what? Try to shut her up. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell happened? And then go back before. I mean, that's 7 years, but go back like 10 years, 15 years. It's even more drastic. The only one that I can think of that rivals this is the maid from the movie Clue. Have you seen what happened to her? Google that. Google maid from Clue. Okay, that's Stormy Daniels. Yeah, look at that. So smoke show on the left, and then whatever the fuck that is on the right. I don't, dude, how is that even possible? It's just terrifying, dude. What if you married that? I wanted that to be a fat shaming thing. You didn't play the clip.
I didn't think of it as fat so much as ugly, but I mean, she is both.
Yeah. She's put on what, 70 pounds?
Oh, easily. Wish I could.
Yeah, dude. There's something with some women, man. The wheels just come off, and it's just, look out.
The wall is undefeated. I mean,
look. Do you have the Clue thing yet? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Remember the maid from Clue?
No.
You gotta find the maid from Clue. This is the other, but this one I feel like happened over like a 30-year period. So it's a little. It's like, okay. The Stormy Daniels thing. I mean, that's like, from Trump's first term to his second term, she just turned into a monster. $150 says Magoo. I can't judge women's weight. I think we already.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I found the maid from Clue. Here's her when she was young and pretty. So
her?
That's what it says.
Yeah. Do you have her in the movie from the movie though?
No, but I've got.
Outfit? You got to show her in the maid outfit. She's fucking stacked. Sorry for the listening audience. I'm sure this is great radio. But if you are listening, take this time to look up the maid from Clue.
All right, here we go. Here's your maid from Clue that we were derailed the show for, in her little maid costume.
There you go.
There you go.
Body shot, but you can envision.
I mean, got a good little set of rack or a set of tits on her. And then this is her more recently.
Yeah, dude.
I think that picture from 2023.
Yeah. So in her defense, it was like 40 years. But I don't know when the wheels came off because I wasn't following her. But yeah. And dude, if you saw the full body shots, it's equally as bad from the neck down. Just an absolute train wreck. So yeah, I don't know what happened to Stormy Daniels. But and by the way, wouldn't you just be fucking ashamed? Like I wouldn't be going on TV if I put on 150 pounds in 6 years. Like I would just be ashamed of myself.
The wall is undefeated.
Let's see how the markets close this week. Are we done yet? Yeah, we should be. Big rally into the close. Big rally into the close.
Woohoo! I finally started investing some money, and I watch everything that I put money in just go down for the last 3 days. It's like, that's nice. That's nice. Like,
yeah. But low point was about noon today. Rallied from there pretty substantially.
they are asking if there's a happy hour tonight. I will be at work, so my availability is.
I can do it. I think. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I don't think I can do it tonight. Yeah, I can do it. I'll have a visitor, but she can entertain herself for a while.
Your visitors are always welcome on the show. We will entertain them.
She doesn't speak any English.
That might be even more entertaining.
That's why we can do it with her here. She'll have no idea what we're talking about.
Yes, see? She can ask. Wait, how does that work? Because you barely speak anything other than English.
I get by on my boyish good looks.
Good Lord.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of getting by on your good looks, we're going to bring it back around to the latest Sydney Sweeney, where she just roasted, not really roasted so much as just shut this GQ journalist down at every turn. So the interview, the GQ interviewer started out talking about Sydney Sweeney's new movie and immediately turned it political. And as soon as she turned it political, she got completely stonewalled. And after that, she's just like, she looks like a fucking mental patient. Like she's grinning and giggling and cackling and like trying to act like this is all, funny. And she's having, but you can tell she's like visibly uncomfortable doing this interview because she got stonewalled on, she was trying to make it political and got shut down. Here's Sydney Sweeney when this chick asked her about the American Eagle ad.
I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone, and I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was surreal.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be totally human. I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public, and conveniently some very powerful people had my back in public. And I wondered if you felt that way.
I don't think that it's not that feeling I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day. I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working like 16-hour days, and I don't really bring my phone on set, so I work and then I go home and I go to sleep. So I didn't really see a lot of it.
you've made a really good case for keeping your thoughts and your life separate from that work. But the risk is that, there's a chance that somebody will get some idea about what you think about certain issues and feel like, I don't want to see Christy because of that. Like, do you worry about that?
No.
That's my favorite part. She's like, if you don't say something about this stuff, people might start to think that you think certain ways, and then they might not want to see your shows. Do you worry about that? No, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. Why would I?
No.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like, white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Yeah. I mean, I it's about time fucking actors and actresses stop just talking about politics. They should just be avoiding any question like that. Well, it really does just ruin everything.
Early on in the interview, the interviewer, they started out talking about her new movie, and then the interviewer tried to turn it to politics, and she just stonewalled it. It's like, yeah, I give my opinions on the things that I think are important if I think I need to, but mostly I try to keep my opinion out of and stay off of social media and stuff, and just shut it down. And so then she keeps trying to come back to it and get Sydney Sweeney to open up about her politics and her personal life. And every time she does, she gets stonewalled like this. It was impressive to watch her, just because I mean, you could see the look on her face, on the interviewer's face. Like, she looks uncomfortable. She doesn't know what she's supposed to say or do, because they're just used to people and it has been pointed out on social media talking about this interview. It's like, they just think that they're right, and you should think that they're right too. And you should just cave and be like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry. Like, I didn't mean to offend anybody or whatever. It's like, I did a gene ad. That's it. Move on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a pretty good approach. It's refreshing. And there's so many I try to avoid listening to any of them talk, because 99% of the time they have a retarded opinion that's going to ruin anything that they do from then on.
There was a really good part towards the end of the interview where the interviewer is talking about a previous movie that Sydney Sweeney did, and she's like, and in this one scene, your character is wearing this low-cut sweatshirt, and you've got the push-up bra on, and Sydney Sweeney goes, that wasn't a push-up bra, that's just my tits. And the poor interviewer, her face dropped. Is like, oh my gosh, I'm a pathetic excuse for a woman. Like, that's just Sydney Sweeney's tits normally, not even pushed up.
Those are just spectacular cans.
It was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I heard the Jennifer Lawrence clip on something. I don't know. I'm not sure which podcast I was listening to, but they played that, and she's like, yeah, I just don't think I should be commenting on politics anymore. It doesn't matter. That was also refreshing. It's like, yeah, dude, just shut the fuck up. It really, I don't think, well, we saw in the last election that all those celebrity endorsements, which I think she mentioned this as it didn't really help anything. It didn't really move the needle. So why even take on that risk and put your political opinions out there if you're going to alienate half the country?
Hang on, I'm trying to find Jennifer Lawrence saying she doesn't think she needs to share her political opinion. Instead, what I found was that in an interview on November 6th, Jennifer Lawrence reveals that she maintains a secret TikTok account to rage bait people online. Start fights. Now I like her even more. That's amazing. I get in fights on TikTok.
Oh shit.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I think we're gonna, man. I think we might rally after hours here too. A little bit more. Or are we done? No, there's another couple of, what do we got? Another 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes. Yeah, dude, these markets are crazy. These markets are crazy.
Well, they're all getting ready for the Treasury to do its audit on or its investigation into potential fraud in the contracting programs, and I doubt that'll turn up much. Every time they do one of these, nothing actually happens. They'll discover all of the fraud, and then they'll continue to contract through the same people, and the same fraud will continue to happen, and nothing will actually change. But
yeah, so what is this that you just pulled up?
the Treasury has ordered a department-wide investigation into potential fraud across the contracting programs. So the contractors who are being paid by the Treasury Department, they suspect that there is a $9 billion worth of these contracts that are potentially fraudulent, and they're going to conduct an audit and investigate all of these contracts and see if they're legit. Again, nothing's going to fucking change, but the fact that the Treasury suspects there's $9 billion worth of fraud in their own programs that they themselves are fucking running. Like,
yeah.
How do you trust the government with any money ever when you let that?
Yeah, and if it's probably double, it's probably double that.
Right, they suspect 9, so it's probably more like 20 plus.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to spend like $1 billion investigating it.
We'll spend $1 billion to discover 20 billion, and then
not change or fix anything.
Not do anything about any of it. Yeah, that's exactly what will happen.
Standard operating procedure. Yeah, I mean, and remember when they were failing all these audits? I mean, they still are, but like a year or two ago, this is like 2 or 3 years ago, there was a big story where they're just failing, like the Pentagon kept failing its audits. They're accountable to nobody. And it's just so frustrating, man. I don't know why people keep looking to them to fix things. They haven't fixed anything.
Well, and remember the Pentagon kept failing those audits, and like they didn't improve year over year. They didn't change anything. Nothing got better. It was like I remember one year is like, oh, this year we only lost $200 and something billion instead of $300 and something billion. It's like, wait, what? Like this is we're touting improvement of like
$250 million unaccounted for.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's your 900 million. Here's your 900 fucking $1 billion.
Yeah. Fucking nuts.
Like, I don't know. Like, if I'm running something and they can't I give them 900 billion, they can't account for 200 billion. It's like, well, until you find the 200 billion, you don't get another penny from me. That's it. You're done. I don't like, how do people, they just get so much leeway. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And then they freak out that, you know, the Elon Musks of the world are getting these very generous benefit packages if they hit their numbers. If he doesn't hit his numbers, he doesn't get shit.
Right. He has accountability to actually deliver something, whereas these politicians and bureaucrats have no accountability for anything. And they're going to continue to get the exact same amount of money every year regardless. In fact, more, because as long as they spend everything, then that means that they needed more. If they just had more, they could have gotten everything fixed, but they didn't have enough. So now we have to give them more.
Right. And of course, they're also, remember, Elon Musk is not taking money from you or me forcefully.
Right. Unless you give it to him.
Yeah. Right. And the government just takes it. Okay. Yeah. I just can't. to just take a step back and look at the world, or even just the country. And Elon Musk is putting fucking rockets in space and developing these humanoid robots that are going to change the fucking world. And then you look at what the government's doing, and your conclusion is, yeah, Elon Musk is the problem. Billionaires are the problem. The government's the solution. Like that's a level of just retardation. I don't know if we can fix it. I don't know. Our message doesn't seem to be resonating because like that chart you mentioned it on the last episode, I think, of who voted for Mamdani overwhelmingly. It was like, was it 78% of females 18 to 29 or something, and then 60 something percent of males like under the age of 30, they're all voting for him. And he's an outright, so like he's preaching socialism. He's not even trying to hide it. He's not even trying to couch it in like democratic socialism. He's like, nope, I'll give you free shit.
But he wants to raise taxes on the top 1%, except that he's not going to be able to do that. In order to do that, it has to go through the state legislature and be signed off on by Kathy Hochul. And Hochul's already said she's not absolutely not doing it. Like they've run enough people off from New York. Like the people who actually pay taxes, they spent enough time running them off when de Blasio was in office. Like de Blasio, towards the end of his mayoral run, was literally begging the millionaires to come back to New York. He's like, please don't leave, please stay, please come back. Like because everybody that actually pays taxes in New York City was fucking leaving, and they realized what they were about to be in for.
Right. It's just I don't understand why people don't think they won't leave for some reason. Oh, they'll never leave. Yeah, they will. Unlike the celebrities that are threatening to go to Canada or something. It's very easy for rich, millionaires and billionaires to change their zip code in order to avoid paying you know what fucking 1% of like 500 million is? Like, I'll change my zip code for that. That's not hard.
Hell yeah.
You don't even have to move that far away. You can still keep your New York penthouse. You just have to spend 6 months someplace else.
And there they could go to Pennsylvania. Like, if for anybody that's lived in that area, like Pennsylvania is a lot more tax friendly than New York. You're not that far away. Like you can literally ride a train in 45 minutes to an hour from Pennsylvania into New York. Like,
yeah. Well, it's not even, it's going to be, I'd say it's going to be interesting to watch, but it's not even going to be, we know how this ends. It's baked into the cake. There is 0% chance that this can work out well. If Mamdani actually implements any of the stuff he's talking about, it will be an unmitigated disaster. It's physically, like the laws of physics and economics will not allow this to be successful. So to the extent that he implements any of his retarded ideas, that's how bad it's going to be. So it's not going to be interesting. I guess it'll be interesting to see how these socialists justify socialism in the face of another abject failure, and how they, they'll find some reason why it didn't work out this time, but it will the next time. If it weren't for, I don't know, the Republicans or Donald Trump or something, it all would have worked out. They've got every single time it fails, they got some bullshit excuse. They just keep blaming the referees every time they lose a game. It's pathetic. So anyway,
I gotta get ready for work. Yep.
What's that?
I said I gotta get ready for work.
Yeah. I gotta get ready for a beach walk. I don't know. I'm done for the day. Markets are closed. Podcast is done. I'll do a happy hour. We were doing it at 7:30, right? I'm on the same time zone as you guys now. I guess I could do it at 7:30. 7:30. We'll get it going. I'll be around I'll do at least an hour. No, well, maybe a little longer. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been on one of those, so that'll be fun. I've got
let's see how my night at
uh,
work goes. I might be able to hop in and join y'all.
Right on. Got plenty. There's a big sale on wine last weekend. It's great. Right before Dia de los Muertos. It was like 65 pesos a bottle. Yeah, that's like $4 for a bottle of wine. And I ordered as many as I could get the fucking delivery guy to take. It's like, I'll take 9 bottles. So I'm well stocked and I'm ready for a drink, I suppose. It's a beautiful Friday here. And yeah, that'll do it. Have a nice weekend for the rest of you, the supporting listeners of the show. I'll see you in a couple hours. And until Tuesday, you guys know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.